everybody, and thank you for stopping by Living To Do's review of Married at First Sight Decision Day finally. It's called Got My Mind Made Up. Before I get started with the review, I'd like to ask you to like and share the video and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. And you can also find me on Fanbase. So this episode took forever to get here. And it didn't go as slow as the other episodes. It went by faster. Um, I'm going to first start off the review with Noy and Steve. Noy showed up on decision day in a bright pink dress, and Steve, he complimented what she was wearing by wearing a dark purple suit. It looked really nice on them. They looked great together. They complimented each other. Um, to me, Steve was the biggest catch of the season. Um, just a great guy. When he came in, he had gifts for everyone there, Pastor Cal, Dr. Viviana, and Dr. Pepper. And I think a book I keep calling him Doctor, for Pastor Cal, and a flower for the other experts. And he gave Noy a bouquet of flowers. Class act is Steve. Honestly, Steve was raised right. I just like him. And they both said yes. They wanted to stay married. I'm not surprised. They were sweet. It was cute. Um, not too much more to say about their decision day. So let's go on to the next couple. The next couple is Mark and Lindsay. They both wore blue, and they looked good together. Their clothes complemented each other as well. And, Lindsay, she's still wearing her frumpy dresses. They look like they came out of the 1950s or 60s, but okay. Mark and Lindsay, they both said yes. And Lindsay said Mark is not what she asked for, but he is what she needs. And Mark, of course, is a kind guy. Um, I don't know. In my opinion, Mark should have said no. Mark should have said no because she's just way too nasty to Mark. And I don't know how that's going to last. It might be one of like a Jamie and Elizabeth, that season where she was so hyper and he was calm, and they're still happily married. It could be something like that. Or AJ and Stephanie. I never liked AJ in that season, and hyper. He had a like anger management problem, but they're together still, and they seem like they're happily married. So I guess it ain't impossible, but why do that to yourself? Okay, the next couple I will talk about is Katina and Elijah. Katina, oh, ever so beautiful. She looked absolutely beautiful as usual. Um, in a off-white, it looked like long dress that complemented her model-looking body. And Elijah wore a nice blue suit. And Elijah, in talking to the experts before they said what their decision was, he was still bad-mouthing Katina that she can't cook, her food's not edible. And Katina defended herself, saying her food is edible. I'm so glad she said something. I mean, if she can't cook, why don't you get that product, HelloFresh or something like that? Have all the ingredients and you pretty much just put it in a pot or whatever you do and put it together. It'd be tasty food. And take a cooking lesson together. It'd be really cute. Learn a couple of meals. It's something that can be resolved. Um, but Katina said she wanted to stay married, that she needs more time. And Elijah said he wanted somebody more established. He really thought he was going to say no. but he ended up saying yes to Katina, so they stayed married. And did you notice in his on his head and his hair he had the cross um, etched out in his head? Is he more religious than I thought? I don't know, but one thing he cried because decision day was his dad's birthday, and he thinks that his dad sent Katina to him, and because decision day was on his dad's birthday, it was very meaningful. He thought it really meant something. Katina, um, she didn't know it was his dad's birthday, and everybody was crying. Everybody needed a tissue, a Dr. Viviana and Dr. Pepper. It was really a sweet, sweet moment. And he kind of cried in Katina's arms. Um, I guess family does mean a lot to him. Um, it was just touching to see. I kind of had a little heart, little sensitive for Olajuwon at that moment. That is really something. Okay, the last couple is Michael and Jasmina. They didn't come color coordinated. Their colors clashed, I thought. Michael wore like a lavender type suit. I don't know what the material was. Looked like wool. I don't know what it was. And Jasmina was in an orange dress. And Jasmina said that she still doesn't know enough about Michael, but she wants to stay married to get to know him. I was so surprised. She just made us feel that she was going to say no all through the season. You know, I'm not feeling nothing. I'm not feeling nothing. And Michael, he said he does worry that they'll never get there. But he said yes. He thinks he'll do a better job getting closer without the cameras there. Uh, he said, and during their conversation with the experts, it was Katina saying that, Michael, I guess, was touching her. Um, and she kind of liked that. I think she wanted to go further, but Michael wants to go further. He just doesn't get the signal to go further. And so that's something they're going to continue to work on in their marriage. And what they're going to do is live apart. I didn't think they'd stay together, so I guess living apart doesn't really surprise me, but they seem very close. They seem like they do have a real connection, a real close connection to one another. Oof, I just hope nothing gets in the way. I think maybe they should try to move in together sooner than later. Well, that was it for the decisions, and which is interesting because this was a weird season. Everybody didn't really want these people to stay together, but 4 out of the 5 couples on this season stayed together, which I don't think has happened before. This is the most that we've had. So that's interesting. Everybody wanted these people to break up, and in the outcome, they're the most that have stayed together for this particular season. They did. They go back to their place. They're moving out. Um, Katina will be Mrs. It'll be Mr. and Mrs. Dickerson. I thought he was Nigerian, his dad was, but okay. Um, they're Mr. and Mrs. Dickerson. And we showed Jasmina and Michael packing up their stuff. And Michael's talking about coffee. And Jasmina said, coffee, he drank coffee as a kid. And Jasmina said, coffee, uh, it makes you stop growing. And Michael giggled and said, that makes sense. I don't think she realized what she said when she said it. But he seems a little shorter than her, especially when she wears heels. They seem neck and neck, but if she puts on some heels, she's towering over him. I wonder how she feels about that. I wonder if they're going to ask about that in the reunion. But they're going to live separately, which is sad. They showed Lindsay and Mark packing up their stuff, and they're going to live at Mark's mom's house. I still think he should have said no. Um, I wonder how she's going to feel about living at his mother's home. I thought she wasn't into that. After that, they had a group setting where they all got together, all the couples, including Chris and Alyssa. And of course, Alyssa arrived last, which made kind of sense. I'm sure production made her do that. It wouldn't make sense for her to just be there waiting, everybody else coupled up. But they got together. The last time they saw each other, Alyssa said, was at the bowling night when they got together. Chris informed everybody that he's dating and he's happy. And Alyssa didn't look too happy about that news. You don't want that man to be happy. You don't want him to have anybody. I'm glad it made her uncomfortable. Stay that way. We learned that the Dickersons consummated their marriage finally. Which that was all on Elijah. He wanted to wait and make it mean something since he was always out in them streets. And once he got one, hunted her down, nailed her down, and didn't want nothing to do with her. He wanted something to be more meaningful with Katina. I think he made the right decision. And Steve, oh, he gave Noy a ring pop, and then later gave her the diamond ring that he ordered. And oh, it was such a beautiful moment. Noy was crying. I was really, really happy for her. You gotta ask yourself, Noy, where did he get the money to buy that ring? He has money somewhere. But that was it for this season. I'm glad they wrapped it up. However, next week is reunion time, and looks like they're breaking it up under two nights. Reunion part 1 next week, and then the week after that, reunion part 3. So we're almost down to the wire. But that is it for now. Please like, share, and comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And you also can find me on Fanbase. Also, check out my channel because I have other reviews of other TV shows like Winning Time. You're missing out if you're not watching that one. It's excellent. And movie reviews too. So check back with me next week so we can get through this reunion part 1. That is it for now because I too got living to do. Have a good night. Bye.